Recently, and I'm not sure why, I got to thinking about the contrast between Mr. Bingley's proposal to Jane Bennet and Mr. Darcy's proposal to Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice. I haven't read the book or watched the movie very recently, so I don't know why I started to think about it. But as I was comparing those two, I was thinking about how did Bill propose to me? And I just realized, hadn't thought about it particularly, that he never asked me to marry him. What he said was, I can't live without you. And of course, as it turns out, he never had to live without me, but now I'm having to live without him. And when people lose their spouse, sometimes they start to feel like life isn't worth living anymore. I've certainly had that fleeting thought, but it doesn't stay in my head very long because I believe God has a purpose for my life, and I believe there's a reason that I'm still here and having to live without him. I know of someone who died not too long after his wife did, and there has been serious question of whether his death was accidental or whether he purposely brought it about. And I know that there are some people who just cannot seem to live without their spouse. There are people who literally die of a broken heart after their spouse's death. But I believe in God's plan and purpose for my life, and I can see that in the past 14 months and 6 days since I lost Bill, there have been some things that have happened that would not have happened if he had still been here. Things that are right and good, things that I believe I was intended to do. Relationships I've developed with other widows and single ladies that I wouldn't have had if I'd been part of a couple. And those relationships have been mutually beneficial. And I thank God for that. And I never told Bill I couldn't live without him. I did promise him that if he needed to leave, I would be okay. So I'm gonna be okay. And there is still life left for me to live.